if you are a divine feminine and you're currently in no contact with your divine masculine, I want you to answer this question for me, but I don't want you to think about your response. I want you to just let the first thing that comes to your mind be what comes up. I want you to imagine yourself reaching out to that person, sending that text, emailing them, calling them, whatever your preferred method of communication is. And I want you to just notice your very first reaction to that scenario. So like really sit with that for a second and just notice how you react and how you respond to that. Because the truth is, there is so much information on the internet that will tell you, don't reach out to your twin flame, you're gonna repel them, you're gonna push them away, you have to do the healing work, you have to let them come to you. There's so many rules that if you follow it, you can often end up in a place where it's just stagnancy, where it just feels like you're waiting and waiting and waiting and nothing is happening, and you're wondering if they're doing their healing and you're wondering if you're healing correctly. And what I really want you to hear is this, is that your true twin flame, the soul who is meant to come into physical union with you, to build that life with you, to have that beautiful, loving relationship. You are not capable of ruining that by sending the wrong message or saying the wrong thing. And so what's gonna happen when you actually act on your intuition and you send that message is you're simply going to get clarity and you're simply going to move forward. There's maybe about 3 things that could happen here. So the first thing that could happen is that person responds really well and you connect and you notice that they're mirroring you and you're actually able to move things forward from a new place of communication, better standards and boundaries that you've set for yourself about what you truly deserve, what you want, what you're, willing to put up with and tolerate within that connection, right? You'll gain clarity on how they're willing to show up for you. Scenario number 2 is they maybe won't respond in the way that you want, but that will also give you clarity because in that phase, as the divine feminine, you can then set a boundary and you can say, well, if this person isn't willing to meet me where I'm at, no matter what the soul bond is, no matter the magnetic soul attraction, the desire, the past life, I am going to choose in this lifetime that I know that I deserve union and I deserve to call it in, and this person can either rise to meet me where I'm at, or they can naturally experience the consequence of losing access to me because they're not being respectful and loving to my energy. And scenario number 3 is maybe a mix of that. Maybe it's a little bit more complicated. But either way, when you pull yourself out of this limbo and this stagnancy, you are gaining clarity and you're moving towards union no matter what. Because I really want you to hear this, that union is an energy. It's a frequency. It is actually something that you create. Union isn't something that will passively happen to you because you've been really good and you've done all your healing work. Union is something that really requires you to create it, to call it in. Union is 50% giving love and 50% receiving love. And that receiving part is so, so important because if that person is showing you that they cannot show up in that energy and give you love, you can give yourself permission from an energy of self-love to honor the connection, first of all, but then also choose what is best for you. So it could be that your personal truth is that you want and really desire and have a need for that connection and that companionship in the physical 3D world, and you will have it. Maybe that person is a karmic or a catalyst and they can't meet you where you're at, and that is okay. Either way, you will manifest love because you are the embodiment of love. You are making the choices and taking the actions every single day that you are guided to take. And that radical shift towards self-love is so much more powerful than being in a waiting energy, because a waiting energy is inherently powerless, right? Because at the end of the day, you only have control over yourself, your thoughts, your actions, what you choose to heal. You are not responsible for their healing, and you should never have to carry that burden. So let me know in the comments what your first reaction was when I proposed that scenario. What came up for you, and why do you think that it came up? And also, if you're wondering what's currently blocking your union energetically, I just released a new What's Blocking My Union quiz 2.0. This is a sequel to the first quiz that I released that you guys really love. You can take the new quiz from the link in my bio. I would love to hear what results you guys get. Let me know in the comments, and of course, follow for more.